usually bring a tablet up here, but my printer took the most inopportune time last night to actually run out of ink. So, just want to say what Martin was saying. We have a very good relationship with Thames. We work closely with them on the Tideway Tunnel, the water resources for London, abstraction, many things. We're called a critical friend, so we're a friend when it comes to that sort of stuff. But if there is pollution goes in our rivers, if there's failures in infrastructure, failures in processes which cause sewage, as we had with the crane, probably everyone's local here, you know what happened in there a couple of years ago, we will be holding them to task, but also working with them just to improve things and, you know, working with them for the reparation of the rivers. I just want to talk about what happened a couple of years ago. Back in June 2011, on a typical summer's day, I was going to say like today, but this isn't probably very typical, warm summer's day, we had, it was a midweek day, mid-afternoon we had a big rainstorm. It was half an inch of rain fell in a couple of hours. Typical London, you know, it's hot, it rained, and then it stopped, everyone went about their business. What happened on that day? What that caused was a huge overflow, a huge sewage overflow from Mogden, from Hammersmith, from further upstream, causing around 350,000 tonnes of sewage to be directly put into the river. Now this is not something that just happens once a year, this happens regularly through the year. You know, around about 39 million tonnes of sewage goes in the river each year. But on that fateful day in June 2011, we saw around about 100,000 fish killed all along this upper tideway. That's 100,000 fish, probably millions of invertebrates, so the little river flies that live in the river. And it's quite a sort of surreal environment you get, because you've got people along the cafes, in the pubs along the side of the river, having a beer, whatever they're doing, enjoying themselves, whilst down the foreshore you've got fish literally gasping for life and dying, and human effluent floating on the river, mainly unseen, but we see it. So standing here today, obviously knowing that we've now got this protection up at the upper end of the tideway from Mogden is fantastic, and it really, really is good news. The upper end of the tideway are crucial areas for juvenile fish, for fish spawning, for other wildlife. So to know that now this, you know, we are afforded this protection is absolutely fantastic. Excuse me, sorry, this is just decided to. But of course, you know, this is only the first part of the jigsaw, as Martin's already mentioned. The Tideway Tunnel, which is going to clean up the length of the Thames, is at the planning stage now. It's gone to the planning inspectorate. It is controversial, but any major infrastructure project is going to be. There's lots of other solutions we've seen, but they really need to run alongside the tunnel, not instead of. There isn't another solution. We're very critical. We're very critical of Thames. We will analyse everything we see, and the tunnel is the single best solution. So I would urge, if you get the opportunity to support it, please do. It is the single best solution, not just for us, but for hundreds of years, the next generation of people to, you know, create the Thames. It's the artery of London. It is the jewel in the crown, and we want to see it clean. And really, just to finish up. And it's not often I say this, not often at all, is being here today at Mogden. This is a great job, so well done Thames, good job.